Hi, it's Samantha. So today I'm coming to you with my January book haul and wrap up. And I cannot believe that January is over already. How is that possible? I'm really scared now that this year's gonna fly by and next year is gonna be super stressful, and then after that I'm going to university, which is just terrifying. January is already over and that's terrifying to me. And what is also terrifying to me is that I only read 3 books this month. But it's better than I did in December, so that's something. I really am in the mood to read right now, which is something that just has not been happening to me recently, so that's good. I've been in a bit of a slump, you could say, so I'm glad that I'm finally starting to get out of the slump. A couple of these books that I'm about to mention to you I have already talked about in my biannual bibliothon wrap-up. So for those books I'm just going to give you my rating for them, and if you want to find out my full thoughts on them I will link the video down below so you can go and watch that, but I will give you like my general thoughts about the book. So there are 2 books that I read during the biannual bibliothon. The first book being Soundless by Rochelle Mead. I gave this book a 2.5 out of 5 stars. I did not really enjoy this book and there was not very much character development and it just didn't really work for me personally, so that's why I gave it such a low rating. And the other book that I read during the biannual bibliothon, because I completely failed, was Cinder by Marissa Meyer, and I really enjoyed this book and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars because it was so good, and I can't wait to continue on with the series even further. That's kind of a spoiler for the next book that I read. The next book that I read, can you guess? Just guess right now, okay? Have you guessed? Okay, the next book that I read was Scarlet by Marissa Meyer, and I gave this book also 5 out of 5 stars, but I think it's more of a 4.5. I enjoyed this one slightly less, but I did really like it. The only problem I had with this book was that I don't really like the relationship between Scarlet and another character. I feel like it's been quite rushed, but I am interested to see where the story goes, and I am definitely going to continue on, and that leads on to my haul quite perfectly. So during the month of January, I actually bought 3 books, but one of them was pre-order, and Book Depository has not sent it to me yet, and I'm very upset because it came out on the 20th of January and I'm like, where is it? There were 2 books that I did receive during the month, and the first one was Caress by Marissa Meyer. There's quite a theme here with this month, and this is because I really want to continue on the series, and I think I might actually read this one because I listened to Cinder and Scarlet on audiobook, and I think my attention was kind of not fully there the entire time, so I want to read this one, like actually read it, unless I get into a slump, and then I'll listen to the audiobook because I've already found the audiobook on YouTube, but I'm very excited to read this. The next book that I have to show you is Fairest by Marissa Meyer. There's such a theme here. I'm very excited to read this, and this is a floppy book. Unlike the rest of my series, this one is floppy because I ordered this off of Book Depository. I think it came with a bookmark. Oh yeah, it came with a cute bookmark. You probably can't see it. Maybe I'll focus on it later, but probably not. I'm very excited to read it. It's quite short and it's floppy, and you know how I feel about floppy books. There's only one small flaw with this book though. Here's the height difference with the 2 books. Like, what is that? I'm now just gonna have to live with that for the rest of my life unless I rebuy the books, but I probably won't, so I just have to deal with this slightly taller book. It's alright, it's fine. I'm learning to accept books for what they are. It's what's on the inside, not what the outside looks like, although the outside is also a very important part. I also just wanted to touch upon the book that I was attempting to read for my TBR jar challenge. My TBR jar challenge for this month was to read a book that was recommended to me, and I am currently reading Terrifier, and this was going to complete my challenge for January, and I am currently behind, but I only have about 200 pages left. I will be finishing this, and I will be completing that challenge. It's unfortunate that I'm already behind on my TBR jar challenge, but what can you do? So these are all of the books that I bought / read in the month of January. And the final task I have to do before leaving you today is I have to pull out my TBR jar. I don't want to choose a green one again, even though I want to get rid of the green ones. Let's just close my eyes and grab one. Oh, it's green. I said I didn't want another green one. So my challenge for this month is to read a book that is becoming a movie in 2016. So after perusing my bookshelves, I have not found a single book that I know of that's being turned into a film this year. So if you have any recommendations of books that are being turned into films this year, it would be great if you could let me know so that I can actually read something that's becoming a film. Because I actually don't know. There's probably something really obvious that's being made and I just cannot remember. So that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know what books you read in January down below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you very soon with another one. Bye! Out of here. Can you stop making so much noise? I'm forgetting my outro because you're here. So these are all of the... Stop.